Hello again. Thought I'll do another video about the TV licensing affair. I had another letter off them. We will be visiting your area soon. But more importantly, parcel in shed. That was the most important thing that arrived that day, as opposed to this rubbish. So yeah, that's the envelope it came in, with a threat on the front: we will be visiting your area soon, in Welsh as well. And call this number to avoid being visited. Not happening. Legal occupier. Your status: visit scheduled, June 2022. Didn't get around to doing this video. Just been busy with gardening and other more important stuff, really, rather than concentrating on TV licensing bump. But anyway, the letters that I've done before, people seem to be quite interested. I had quite a few views on them, so I thought I'll do another one and just put some of my own comments on the letter. Your address has been scheduled for a visit by an enforcement officer. Sounding very threatening, red letters, trying to scare you. Enforcement officer, salesperson is what that should read. It's just a salesman, saleswoman, salesperson. And they go on to say, you did not respond to our last letter within 10 days, within the 10 days that we gave you. This means we have had no option but to start an investigation of your address. This must be about at least the 30th investigation of my address anyway. So, threatening again, investigation of your address to try and scare you into purchasing what you do not require. TV license. I do not require it. Do not watch any live TV on any device. Too boring, too many adverts, too many channels to flip through. Boring. Much better things to do than watching TV. What happens now? We have scheduled a visit by an officer. They're not officers, as I said, salesperson, from the Cardiff Enforcement Division. It's like some kind of Gestapo or something, you know? Enforcement Division. What a load of bollocks. The enforcement officer, again using strong language there, will explain why they are visiting and will be polite and fair. I doubt it. If they find evidence, they've got to find evidence that you are watching or recording live TV programs on any channel or device, blah blah blah, the usual bullshit. They will interview you under caution, and this can be used as evidence in court. Well, I've got news for you. I'm legally license free, so this does not apply. Do not need to let you into my house or tell you who I am or anything like that. So there's no evidence. I do not have a satellite dish. Took that down. No cables. Have a TV. It's connected to my PC. Watch stuff off Netflix, etc. on there. And it's connected to my Xbox. I watch stuff off YouTube. Play games. Primarily, that's what I use the TV for. Nothing live watched on there whatsoever. If you are prosecuted, you could be fined up to £1,000. Usually, people that do get fined, it's just the license fee you have to pay, which is £159 odd, maybe £200 on average, from what I've heard. Then in a big red box, you still have a chance to avoid this visit. Call our specialist team immediately on that number. They have the authority to stop this enforcement visit. They also have lots of experience helping people in similar situations, helping to rip them off, to decide if they need a TV license and find the best way to spread the cost. For example, you could pay from £6 a week with a payment card. My goodness, that is a total rip-off. That works out to £312 a year if you multiply that by 52 by my calculations, as opposed to the £159 that the license fee normally costs. So that's pretty much double, £153 more. This one is now signed by Scott Robson. Bet you he doesn't even exist. Enforcement Manager, Cardiff, Sales Manager. What you need to know about the enforcement process? We can apply to a court for a search warrant to gain access to your property. No, you can't. You need evidence that a crime has been committed to get a warrant to enter a property. The warrants are illegal as far as I can see. You know, it's something which I wonder about because there's no actual signature on there. It's a printed signature as far as I can tell from what I've researched and seen on YouTube about it. I could be wrong, but I question these so-called warrants. An officer can interview you, again, officer, salesman, under caution in accordance with the national criminal law. Well, that's another debatable point. Does it fall under criminal law, civil law? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I've seen a lot of people debating that one as well. Anything you say to the officer may be used as evidence in court. Well, I do not have a contract. You cannot hold me to it. So there's no evidence either. And I will not be saying anything to them. No contract, no contact. Keep the door closed. Don't answer the door. Don't tell them who you are. Do not contact them. Just a black hole, so to speak, where everything just disappears, or a green hole, or an orange hole, a white, you know, whatever color you like. Just a hole where things disappear. Because I don't want to sound racist or anything like that, so we've got to use, well, maybe it's a multicolor hole. Let's put it that way. Everything, all the letters and everything just disappear. They don't have any information on you. Absolutely nothing they can do about it. You risk a fine of up to £1,000. That's also bullshit. Most fines that do get, that people get charged, that, like I say, on average, from what I've heard, it's below £200. If your property needs a TV license, you will still need to buy one. Well, it does not need one. I am legally license free. Stop pestering me. Stop harassing and hounding me with these threatening letters. Just imagine if any other company were to do this. Send you a threatening letter saying you have not purchased our product, or you may have our product in your house and you didn't pay for it or something. I don't know. How do you compare it? You know, any other company, if they sent out letters like this because you weren't purchasing their product, they would be in big trouble. But this bunch here, they seem to be above the law. TV licensing, aka Capita. Please do not write below this line. Well, guess what? I've written below the line. What are you going to do about it? Come on. I've written below the line now. And the usual bump on the other side, how you can pay for your license. If you don't think you need a license, contact us. Well, I don't need to contact you. If I don't need a loaf of bread from the shop, I do not need to contact them. I do not wish to purchase your TV license. Do not watch the signal that the BBC illegally beams through my house. I did not give them permission to beam their signals through my house. Anyway, they'll still come to your house and harass you, even if you do tell them you don't need a TV license. From what I've seen on YouTube, other YouTubers, they've told them they don't need a TV license. They will still come to your house. They still want to gain access to check whether your equipment is connected to the satellite dish, whether you're watching live TV, etc. That's their excuse to get into your house. Then they try and trap you into paying a fine, because they'll trump up some kind of evidence saying you're watching live TV. This is all from what I've researched and read other people's views on these things and watched videos on YouTube, etc. Could you get a concession blind or severely impaired. Well, surely if you're blind, no offense to blind people, but if you're blind, how are you supposed to watch TV? And it just seems a bit pointless to watch TV or to just listen to it, I suppose, if you're blind. I don't know. It's just, I think it should be free for people that are blind anyway. Aged 75 and over receiving pension credit. Well, that's disgusting that people over 75 now have to pay for the TV license. And then you've got to prove that you're receiving pension tax credit. You've got to send them all your details and prove to them, just to watch all the bump that they put on the TV. Would you like this in a more accessible format? So why didn't they send it in a more accessible format? What if a person gets this letter and they're blind, they can't read this, it's not in Braille, So what do they do then? You can't read the threat letters, so I suppose it can't do you any harm either. They do them in different languages. Maybe I should ask them to do it in a different language for me. Or correspond to me in Welsh, that would be good. So, yep, that's the latest threat letter that I received and my comments on it. And, yeah, as usual, just ignore it. I should have actually scanned it into my PC before I blotted out all the obvious references and so on there. I just blanked those all out so that they can't trace any of this back to me. Not that it really worries me anyway. They don't know who I am. They can't do anything about it, but you never know. So anyway, that's my latest rant about TV licensing. I just get annoyed with them for trying to threaten me. I do not take kindly to being threatened, to someone threatening me. I don't like that at all, in any shape or form. I don't like being threatened, especially for something that I'm innocent of. Legally license free. Check out the TV license resistance website. That's quite an interesting, it's like a forum type thing. It's an interesting site to go and read about all things about TV licensing, what the BBC gets up to and all that. Anyway, hope this video wasn't too boring for you, and let me know in the comments what you think about it and what your experience is with TV licensing, whether you're legally license free or you have a TV license, or whether you're prepared to carry on paying it. What do you think? Do you think they should just charge everyone a tax for the TV license and do away with all this threatening behavior? I'm quite happy for them to carry on sending out letters. It's costing them money. It's not costing me anything. Just bin the things, basically. So anyway, hope that you all stay safe and well, and until next time, goodbye for now.